As of today, there are over 100,000 children eligible and waiting to be adopted at this very moment. Today, I'm going to talk to you about adoption. And I'm going to give you the three main types of adoption that can be offered to you that are available, which are foster adopt, relinquishment, and international adoption. And in these type of adoptions, I'm going to define what they are, their possible pros and cons, and challenges that may come, and also the cost and possible assistance that you can gain and the child can gain from these type of programs. Now I'm going to go into foster adopt first. The definition of foster adopt is when a child is taken from a broken home or a dangerous situation and given into the care of a potential foster family that will provide as a safe haven for that child for the time being until they either one, adopt the child, which can take anywhere from 6 months to a year, by the way, or if the family is able to go through the proper channels in the court system to be able to get their child back into their custody, which can be pretty stressful, right? Right. So, with that being said, this is foster adopting is not a guarantee. A child can be into your care for up to a year and can be taken from you at any given time. The cost of this type of adoption is anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500. And the type of assistance that you can get from this is, for you, would be possible subsidy, insurance, and pay, medical insurance, and also for the child would be free schooling, such as scholarships, which I think is pretty cool, by the way. Now I'm going to be going into relinquishment. The basic definition of relinquishment is a little bit different than foster adopt. When a relinquishment happens, that means a parent has given up their parental rights to that child and relinquished them to another foster family that can adopt them. In which, in that time, from the time that the biological parents sign that paperwork for their child to be relinquished, they have up to 10 business days to appeal that decision. So that can be pretty stressful. Another thing is when you take this child in as a relinquishment option, you are solely taking full responsibility of this child, meaning medical expenses, meaning insurance, and everything else that comes with taking care of a child. So potentially this is as if you had this child yourself and you're going to take on everything that comes with it. Type of assistance that you can get is a tax credit, and that's pretty much it. Lastly, I'm going to go into is international adoption. Now, international adoption to me is probably one of the most unique because it's one of the most lengthy type of adoptions that can take place, which can take anywhere from up to a year to a couple of years. The definition of international adoption is when you take a child from a foreign country and plan to adopt them as your own. This type of process can come with many ups and downs and challenges and I'm going to get into those. Types of challenges can be, not every country will allow you to adopt a child. And also, when you do adopt a child, some countries advise that you stay with that child for any given period of time, up to a year, especially Uganda. Thought that was pretty interesting fact. Also, one of the cons to this is that most likely these children have come from rural third world areas and may potentially come with certain type of mental disorders or physical disorders. The cost of this process is probably one of the most stressful. This process can cost up to an amount of $45,000 according to Family Christians Adoption Organization. This type of process is not for everybody. In order to go through this process, you have to be willing to pretty much change a lot of dynamics of your household. This process demands a lot out of you. The type of assistance that can be gained from this type of program is almost the same as relinquishment. If you take this child into your home and you go through this process, this child now becomes your responsibility, if you will. So in conclusion, I've given you the three main types of adoptions, which were foster adopt, relinquishment, and adoption. And the reason why I did this type of subject is because this type of subject is very close to my heart because of the fact that I grew up watching my grandmother adopt a few children in my life, which led me later into the future of adopting my own children as right now.